It is hid to them that are lost.
It is what?
It is hid to them that are lost.
It is what?
It is hid to them that are lost.
Precept, Jeremiah 50 and 6. 1 second. Jeremiah 50 and 6. Let's find out those who are lost. Because you know, if we say it, they're gonna say, "Oh, you guys are just haters, man. You guys are always just putting our people down." The scripture says it, man. That's why we're where the Jews are, where the Jews dwell. All right.
Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 6. My people has been lost sheep.
My what?
My people have been lost sheep.
So this applies to our people. He ain't talking it. The Most High didn't send us out here for no Edomites. He sent us out here for the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right. Verse 17. Israel is a scattered sheep.
Israel is what?
Israel is a scattered sheep.
There you go. So this don't apply to you. Other nations were never part of this. This has nothing to do with the other nations, man. It's not an all-inclusive like the Christian church tried to make it to be. You know, the Christian church try and make it like the gospel is for everyone. You know what I mean? But it's not like that, man. Yeah? This is for lions only, man. Lions only. This is the lion's den. And if you come in here with a wrong spirit, you're gonna get chewed up. Go around a pack of lions and see what happens, man. They're gonna source you out. They're gonna wanna know what you're about. You know? Especially if you invade a lion's pride, he's gonna take you on it. How much more the word of the Most High? You can't just walk into this knowledge. You have to be elected, okay, by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You have to be elected, handpicked. Because we didn't just wake up and say, we want to do this. The Most High had to stir up our carnal mind. He had to put the spirit in us to even want to come out here consistently every week, all right? You got certain brothers that have been riding this thing for what, 33 years? That's a long time in my book. And you can't take such people lightly, okay? That's why we give double honors to our elders. Because we respect people. Hey, to be in this truth, you gotta be crazy, man. I'm telling you. Because the world will view you as crazy. Because according to the world, we're crazy. We're fools for your Hamashiach's sake, like it says in Corinthians. Yeah, let's continue. Has anyone got this? Alright, let's proceed.
When I had them,
Yeah, 1 second.
You see when the woman of Cain like came out the coast.
And you know she's only with him because of the money.
Get out.
You see when the woman from Canaan, from Canaan came out the coast, and she come to the Lord, Yahweh, and she said,
No, Yahushai.
and she said, have mercy, O Lord, like her daughter was
That was son of Jake,
the son of David.
David, yeah.
Her daughter was troubled by a demon.
Right.
Possessed. And then her disciples, the Lord's disciples told him, send her away, right?
Yeah.
And then literally he answered, but he answered and said, hold on. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right.
Literally, so I've been writing down a couple of verses and be praying on it as well.
Right.
And obviously coming here and there's a lot that I'm learning from it, the truth.
Right.
Some people are far from it, that's only, like literally, that's why only 1/3 of the Israelites will be saved, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so what's the point? What point are you?
The point I'm trying to raise is that he was sent for one nation, one special people only,
Exactly.
the Israelites.
Yeah.
Literally Jacob, his name was turned into Israel.
Yeah.
Where the blessed people, the Jews. And the Jews that are in the land of Israel now are the Jewish. They're Jewish. Do you get it? Like if someone's acting childish, you're not a child, you're literally childish, you're just pretending to be Jews. The guys with the spaghetti and pasta, you know, sideburns. Like literally they're of the devil.
Yeah, because the Most High was, like the brother said, the Most High was sent exclusively, he sent his son exclusively to the 12 tribes. Because one thing you need to realize, in order for you to receive salvation, you have to have been under a previous covenant. You understand? Because the Most High didn't have a contract with the other nations. So what contract renewal does he have for them? Yahushai was like a contractual renewal. You know, like a footballer, when his contract expires and they give him a new contract. He can't receive a new contract if he didn't have a contract at the beginning. You understand? You have to be under a contract with the Most High.
This is Psalms chapter 50 verse 5.
This sister needs to stop running around here with that flipping tight ass
Says,
jeans, man.
gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Those that have what?
That have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Did you hear that? Those that have made a covenant with me. So it shows you the Heavenly Father's only dealing with those under the covenant. And this is the same thing Paul was saying in Galatians, you know, and Hebrews as well, because Paul was trying to tell them, look, my target audience is those that were under the first covenant. That's why he said the law was our schoolmaster. Why would he say something like that? Who knows that one? The law was our schoolmaster. Galatians 3 and... Yeah, get that one. The law was out. What does a schoolmaster do? A schoolmaster, Galatians, I think 3 and 23. A schoolmaster is meant to teach you basics, and then you mature, and then you go to bigger things, right? That's basically what he was trying to say. He said the law was preparing us to receive Yahweh Shai. But we still hold that piece. Yeah, go on.
Galatians chapter 3 and 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster.
The what?
The law was our
schoolmaster.
The what?
The law
Was our schoolmaster.
Hey, the last time I checked, let's go to the beginning, declaring the end from the beginning. Let's go to the beginning. Get Exodus. No, actually, let Banyamya get Exodus 17. Let's find out those who... Notice it said the law was our schoolmaster. So let's find out, where was the law given? In the wilderness, right? Let's find out those who went into the wilderness. Now we're going to do the ABCD, the Hebrew Israelite ABCD. Because we understand some people still need the milk. You know what I mean? Because if we start giving them that strong meat, they won't be able to, man. Get that 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verses 1. 17 and 1, yeah? 17 and 1. And get Exodus 14 and 15.
Exodus chapter 17 verse 1.
Right?
And all the congregation of Israel,
Right.
children of Israel,
Of what?
the
Children of Israel.
Of what?
The children of Israel.
Hey, I didn't hear no other nations there. It says all the congregation of the children of Israel. Read.
journey from the wilderness
From the what?
From the wilderness.
Woo. But it says the law was our schoolmaster in Galatians. So it shows you the people in Galatia, they had to be the people that crossed the Red Sea into the wilderness.
God.
How can people not see that? If this was an exam, people would be scoring, you know. But when it comes to the gospel, for some reason they can't score. It shows you this is a spiritual book, man. Because I'm talking about some real intelligent people. I'm gonna give you an example. Like my sister, she did one of the hardest subjects in university, medical science, okay? Pharmaceuticals. That's one of the hardest subjects out there, next to rocket science, you know? But she managed to graduate with a PhD. And I'm trying to teach her this basic precept, but she can't get it. Simple English language.
The knowledge of this world is foolishness.
You might have to pull that out, man. Yeah, go on.
This is Exodus chapter 24, verse 8. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant.
The what?
The blood of the covenant.
The what?
The blood of the covenant.
Right, now listen. In order for you other nations to be part of this, we're gonna have to do who's seen Ant-Man before? You know when he went into the quantum realm?
Right,
We're
right.
gonna have to go back in time and redo it and graft you in from there. Because that's a false balance. That's the only way you can be part, you know. We're gonna have to go back into the quantum realm. We're gonna have to go back to the wilderness.
That's right.
We're gonna have to go back to Egypt. You other nations are gonna have to go in slavery with us. You're gonna have to get your ass kicked by the Egyptians.
right.
You're gonna have to cry unto the Lord. The Lord is gonna have to come and get all of us together, all 18 nations, and then we're all gonna have to cross the sea with Moses again.
Change some of these scriptures.
Change some of these precepts, fit your names in there, get the plague. Remember when the serpents bit us, and as Moses lifted up the serpent
to
in the
everyone,
wilderness-
that will be everyone complained against Moses and the Most High, not Israel.
Hey,
Everyone.
in order for John 3:16 to exist, John 3:14 has to be changed.
Exodus 21 and 6.
It has to say, as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness for all people.
That's right.
Okay? Because when you go to the wilderness, only Israel was there.
That's right.
So that's the only way you other nations can be part of this. It's not adding up. Stop trying to fit yourself in it when you wasn't there from the beginning.
Yo, behold the blood of the covenant which Yahweh has made with you concerning all these words.
There you go, the blood of the covenant which the Most High made with the children of Israel. All right? You wasn't under you other nations weren't under no covenant. You didn't have to get the scourgings of the law. We had to.
Let me quickly read verse 7. This is the point I wanted. It says, and he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and they said, all that Yahweh has said, we will do and be obedient.
Right. Exactly.
We said that we're going to do everything he said.
And also we didn't do it.
No.
That's why we came under the curses of Deuteronomy. You understand? And the curses in Deuteronomy, majority of them was saying our enemies will come over us. So if all of you nations were going to be part, that would mean the curses in Deuteronomy wouldn't be able to stand. Because a lot of the afflictions that we went through came by the hands of our enemies.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? So the story is not even adding up. So you other nations can't be part of this. It's impossible. Because the gospel wouldn't be what it was if you could be delivered with us. A lot of the gospel wouldn't exist. Because it says the Lord is a man of war. Now in order for you to have a battle, there has to be two opposing sides. So if both sides join each other, the Most High wouldn't be able to fulfill his desires. Which is, being a man of war.
Simple, man.
It's simple understandings, man. Even nature shows you, man. Nature itself shows you that there's always gonna be a prey and a predator. The only difference is that we're being preyed on right now. But the Lord said, I'm sent for many hunters. So the Lord is getting ready to turn his men into some, like Hillary Clinton said, the so-called black man is a super predator. That's true. We are super predators, man. That's why the Edomites have so many weapons of mass destruction, because they're afraid of us. Why do you think the white man created something like a gun? Because that close combat scares him. He wants to be able to get you from a distance. He doesn't want to confront you face to face.
Bring it out.
That's why when you talk with them at work, they can't even look you in the eye. I'm talking to you. Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. You can't even look me in the eye because you know you're full of shit. Esau likes that. He like the Wizard of Oz. He likes to hide behind the curtain and portray himself to be this big, brolic man. When he's just a little man behind a green curtain, man.
That's right.
So thinks they can put the fire up.
This is Hebrews chapter 10 verse 15, chapter 9 verse 15. And for this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament.
What?
That were under the first testament.
What?
That were under the first testament.
There goes the John 3:16. For the redemption of the transgressions of them which were under the first testament. It just told you right there. Rip that page out of the Bible, then we can have some understanding. There's too many glitches in your doctrine,
Testament just means covenant.
Covenant, exactly.
That's right.
Testimony, to testify. That's why the Lord said, ye are my witnesses. Because I'm giving you the law. I'm making Moses read it. So you are my witnesses, man. And we are his witnesses. You understand? Because he did give us the law. That's why we had to endure the punishments of breaking the law. The other nations didn't get punished for breaking the law. We got punished for breaking the law. So how are they going to receive the kingdom when they haven't carried the cross of receiving the law?
That's right.
We've had to endure hardness as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. They haven't. They're living in their power, man. They're in their kingdom right now. Yeah?
Just to clarify what the brother said, this is Amos chapter 3 verse 2. You only have I known.
You what?
You only have I known.
You what?
You only have I known.
What? It's a simple English, man. You only have I known. What is hard to be understood about
That's
that?
right. Of all the families of the earth.
Of what?
Of all the families of the earth.
Of what?
Of all the families of the earth.
18 families. Read.
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Therefore what?
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Hey, that's why we went in slavery, man. That's why you Benjamites ended up in the Caribbean, Jamaica, the land of wood and water.
Second Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and will forgive their sins, and will heal their land.
There you go, exactly. It says, if my people which are called by my name, all right? So that shows you that it's not talking about the other nations, because we're the only nation that has the Most High's name, man. The Most High put his name on us, especially the tribe of Judah, Yahweh. That's the Most High's name in there. Some modest apparel, some modest apparel going on here, man. Our people are in a bad state, man. Bad state. They need fire, man. I'm telling you. They need some fire. You can't rehabilitate that. It's ruined.
Yeah, catch some of this, man. Yeah, man, catch some of this, man. Disgusting.
These women are out of here, bro.
Disgusting, man.
This is what we got to deal with in 2019, bro.
Right.
Hosea 4 and 6. Hosea 4 and 6.
Destroy.
Hosea 4 and 6. Get that. Amos 7:17. Let's get all the precepts, because man, I'm telling you, man, it's horrible, man. It's horrible to see. And the other nations are watching. You think Ishmael will let his woman dress like that? You gotta be out of your mind. Fucking hell, you go to Saudi Arabia, you won't see Ishmael's woman dressing like that. If you dress like that in Saudi Arabia, them Arabs are gonna deal with you, man. You understand? Ishmael don't tolerate that garbage, you know.
This is Hosea 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
My what?
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
There you go. Our women lack knowledge. Someone might have to precept that. Job chapter 39 verse 17. You're gonna have to get that one. So it says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. And the women are meant to be teaching the younger children at home. So if they're destroyed because they lack knowledge, that's why the children are growing up the way they are. All right?
This is Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. Therefore my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge.
Because what?
Because they have no knowledge. And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst.
And their what?
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
Yeah, but we got the fountain. We got the water. Come back, Baba Kusha, Isaiah 55. Look, you're dried up with thirst. We got the fountain here. Isaiah is even telling you, come to the fountain. Read it.
Isaiah chapter 55 verse 1. Oh, everyone that is thirsty, come ye to the waters.
Come what?
Come ye to the waters.
Come what?
Come ye to the waters.
Come what?
Come ye to the waters.
Did you hear that? Come ye to the waters. Our people are so stupid. You're thirsty. There's a fountain right in front of you, but you don't want to drink. You're gonna die.
Says, and he that has no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price.
There you go. But they don't want to purchase. Why do you think the Most High posted us right here on the block, on the highway? Because he wants them to see us and buy it. That's why he said, go to the highways and the byways, that I shall see thy teachers, yeah? Why is it called a byway? This is where you buy shit. This is where you buy stuff. And we're not even charging no money. Yeah, Job 39:17, Baba Gashar. Look at that, man.
This is Job.
That's an abomination to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And it says, the daughter of any priest here, she shall be burned with fire.
Burn the fire.
That's why the Most High has that nuclear program going on. Because he's getting ready to burn a lot of these harlots up with fire.
This is Job chapter 39 and verse 17. Because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom.
Because what?
Because Yahweh have deprived her of wisdom.
There you go.
Neither have he imparted to her understanding.
Neither what?
Neither have he imparted to her understanding.
There you go. And that goes back to Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Alright? And for the most part, these women don't want knowledge. The only thing they want is to have sex. That's it. That's all they're about, man. They're all about the juki. If you don't juke them enough, they get upset. They don't want no knowledge. Women have no interest in the dregs of the cup, like we were saying. That's why they go to the Christian church. Because in the Christian church, they're teaching them lies. The real gospel is unattractive to women. That's a fact. Only a handful of women are actually going to give this word ear. That's why the Lord said, my voice, Proverbs chapter 8 verses 4. Read that. Hear what Proverbs 8 and 4 says. Yeah, go on.
This is the
No, let him read this verse. Proverbs 8 and 4.
This is Proverbs.
Why would the Most High say this? Why would he say this? Because he knows that the dregs of the cup, the women don't want to wring it out.
This is Proverbs 8 and 4. Unto you, O men, I call.
Unto what?
Unto you, O men, I call.
Unto what?
Unto you, O men, I call.
Hey, the Most High never said Sarah is his friend, you know. He said Abraham is my friend. Not to say Sarah wasn't a righteous woman, but we're just saying the Most High only hangs around the dudes. He don't hang around no. Hey, you won't go. If you go to the Shemayim, you won't see the Most High hanging around with no honeys, man. The Most High is an alpha masculine man. Okay? The ultimate definition of a man. And so is his son Yahweh Shai. That's why he said, unto you, O men, I call.
That's right.
All throughout the scriptures, man. Every time a woman stepped out of line, an example was made out of her. And things hasn't changed.